Cliffview.
I am glad to be back down here.
Well, we sure like having you. This is guest house number 11. It's our guest house that sleeps 12. And we have a parking pass, a map of the lake, and a key for you.
Well, I got a feeling that lake map's going to come in handy today.
Absolutely. We host a lot of corporate events here on the grounds, and this is one of the favorite places to be.
All right, well, let's check it out.
Sure.
Hey guys, we are here at Lake Whitney. We're over at Cliffview Resort. They set us up with this huge cabin, and with the heat and the conditions, before we hit the water this morning, we're going to do a little strategizing.
I don't know, I've fished this lake twice, you know, in my whole life. So it's, like I said last night, I was surprised how much timber this lake has.
It's all over. You got standing structure in 2 foot of water. You've got it in 60 foot of water. There's a couple spots out on the main lake that I always wanted to fish, and I ain't got to fish yet.
Really?
Yeah. There's a ramp about 200 feet below our feet right over there. It's all downhill. If you come to Lake Whitney, Cliffview Resort is definitely the place you want to go. They're constantly upgrading the rooms and the grounds, and it's at the right end of the lake with a good ramp and everything right there at your fingertips. Whitney is a striper lake. That's what it's known for. But when we come in here last year and made a big fish show on Whitney, jaws started dropping. I mean, I couldn't believe the size of the crappie in here either. I'm hoping we get on that same class today, which it's a little bit earlier in the year this time. It's a whole lot hotter, water temp's a whole lot higher.
No, I think we'll do good today. I think you'll be surprised.
Well guys, y'all have made me kind of anxious and kind of nervous all at the same time. I don't know exactly how this is gonna work out, but I know I gotta have me a biscuit here this morning and get some ice because it's gonna get so hot. Y'all want to, let's roll up here to the gas station, get our stuff, and head to the water.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we have got the game plan in place. It is time to hit the road. We're gonna go over to the same ramp that we used last year, but this year, we're going at it with a little different approach. I've spent most of my life chasing success, chasing money, chasing respect. Truth is, nothing has brought me joy like being right here on the water. Rod in hand, hook on the line, chasing crappie. I am a crappie angler. These are our stories, and this is On the Hook. Game plan this morning is get these fish in the boat as soon as humanly possible. It's going to get up to 110 today, and we are going to be fishing in less than 5 feet of water.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Woo! It done fell out.
That's a good one.
Hello, Lake Whitney. She still loves me. Yeah, that one's even got a little belly on it where it's been feeding. That's pretty awesome, guys. We only used our main motor to get off the trail. We're right here, we're 100 feet from the ramp. Drop the trolling motor, turn around. Stephen had found these fish yesterday, and it's about to be on. It's on. Got it. He done it. Oh, that's a big one too. We wasn't for sure what we was looking at there, and we could just see something tucked in down there at the bottom of that tree, right down against the mud. And that spot on that tree was a whole lot brighter on the screen. And we thought it looked like a fish, so we just decided to keep him honest. Yeah, it's got a black tail on it. There right there is a male fish still trying to defend a bed there. Even August. The males will stay on the bed for up to 6 months, guarding the fry to make sure that there's a good spawn for the following year. That's one of the reasons that you can always find fish in shallow water, because if that female spawns in 3 foot of water, that male's gonna stay there. And it's gonna stay there until the fry are big enough to fend for themselves, and then he'll leave. 5.8 foot of water, I'm already sweating. Water temp right here is 89 degrees. You can't overlook it, especially if they got visible timber, electronics or not, just get in there and start going around them. They have no reservation about eating the plastic today. I was worried that we was gonna have to have live bait.
On the Hook is presented by Ozark Rods, Cornfield Fishing, Crappie Monster, Power Pole, Easy Drift, and Red Gold.
We're gonna be fishing 5 feet of water. We've got standing timber on the edge of the main channel, and that's where we're gonna find these fish. It is nice and peaceful out here, man. And other than the camera boat, we're the only boat back here. Flying fish, flying fish.
Hey, you got your small one out of the way though.
That's right, I had to do it while he was filming. You notice that? I couldn't wait till he wasn't filming or something. That little old turd was stuck right there in the fork, and I wasn't taking no chances. Monster. I wasn't taking no chances. You know, that's one thing about Texas. We got these high walls back here in these canyons, and no matter how I set up on these fish, the wind always ends up blowing me into whatever it is I'm fishing. And the heat, man, that little bit of wind, I don't know if we could stand it out here without it. So it's a love-hate relationship.
It's like living in a hairdryer.
That's about right, because it's a really dry heat. Up Tennessee and Kentucky, we got all that humidity, and down here, I mean, it's hot, but at least it's not humid. If it's humid, you wouldn't be able to stand it down here, I don't believe.
It's miserable here, May to 1st of July probably. We usually have pretty good humidity then, with 90, 92 degree days. Once we get to August, late July and August, it's just hot. See the devil running across the roads. Just coming here.
Where did he go? I did too. That's them same 3 from a minute ago. All right, get in there on one of them other 2. This is about to get fun right here, guys. We have got a tree stacked up with males, and I just missed one of the biggest fish I've ever seen in this lake, and we pulled some giants out of here last year. Let me get you back on him. There they are. Yep. So shallow water, when I set the hook, I yanked this 13-inch fish plumb out of the water because it was so shallow. And I'm trying not to move a whole lot because he's on top of 3 the same size and 1 bigger than what this one right here is. But I'm gonna have to throw this thing in the live well. I don't like him staying out very much, and we gotta have some for some pictures after a while. I'm gonna try to be easy. He's right in the middle of them. If you need a net, just holler. Get him?
That sucker took off out of that tree as fast as he could.
The way he took off, I thought for sure it was a striped bass. Here you go. Striped bass or a sand bass. Oh, it's got both lips, don't it? That'll teach him to swipe at it.
Wow. He took out of there as fast as he could. That sucker was sitting on that limb, and when he came up bit it, it was like he hooked into a sand bass right there. I actually thought it was a sand bass at first.
He lit out there like he was throwing firecrackers at him.
Pretty fish for this time of year. Usually this, you think this type of water, they'd be real
Well,
wide.
I mean, he's healthy. He's
Yeah.
got a good wide belly. He's got a thick back strap on him.
You want him or?
Yeah, throw him in the live well for now.
On the Hook is presented by Ozark Rods, Crappie Monster, Still Lake Marine, and Rockport Rattler.
Today's guest is Stephan Scudder. He's an inspector by trade, and he's a hammer fisherman on the weekends and in the evenings.
I'm Stephan Scudder. I'm from right here in Texas. I like fishing down here in Texas for crappie just because we can fish year-round almost down here. We don't get too cold, our lakes don't freeze up, and we grow giant crappie down here. Almost all of our big lakes have big fish in them. There's nothing better than being outside when the sun's coming up in the morning and it seems like nature's coming to life. The birds start chirping, and if you're on the lake, the fish start jumping, shad are jumping out of the water. It's just awesome. It's very peaceful, and especially down here, in Texas, most of our lakes they're just absolutely gorgeous lakes. We have lakes with cliffs. We have lakes that are just full of timber. So it's fun to be on the water as the sun's coming up, just to see the nature come alive on the lake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're sitting right in between there. I love his place, man. I mean, I think my automatic lock could still work on my truck from here. I mean, that right there is just stone cold all right.
Man, Jeremy's fun to fish with. You get on the boat with Jeremy, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a lot of laughs. He's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to crappie fishing. Some things, as somebody that's been crappie fishing for a long time and that runs a guide service, I learned some things fishing with Jeremy through this trip.
I have been beat more times than not on a tournament trail, fishing out 15 foot of water, guys fishing 3 or 4 foot of water.
3 or 4 foot of water, and we've proven this morning that they're in here. And honestly, I believe that's why I've had the little bit of success that I have had, is because I haven't been fishing that long for crappie. So I didn't have that preconceived notion that they have to be out there because it's hot. No, I personally believe most all tournaments will always be won in the summer in less than 7 foot of water. Good one too. Oh, there went my Sprite. That's the first thing you got to do in a new boat is go ahead and grab a Coke and just spill it in the floor. Just get it over with so you don't think about it no more. He was hiding in there. See the black tip on his tail?
Yeah.
You can get close so they can see the black tip on that fish's tail. The black tip, that's another male fish. He's got a messed up dorsal fin right there too, where something's done got a hold of him from him trying to fend them off of the stump. Well, man, we found them in shallow water back here in this heat. You want to see if we can't go out there in some deeper water and find them and be able to compare the fish as far as size, the thickness, the hardiness of the fish?
Yeah.
Be a nice little science experiment. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, there's a little bit deeper water out here in the front of this cove. Yeah, it's definitely worth a try.
So there's some deeper, clearer water on out?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's go check it out.
On the Hook is presented by Ozark Rods, Cornfield Fishing, Crappie Monster, Power Pole, Easy Drift, and Red Gold.
Lake Whitney is beautiful. It's full of fish, and most of the time they'll eat, but our open water fish are still pretty finicky, so we're looking for actual structure for these fish to hang on. Looks like there might be some bigger ones over there in the tree beside it. There's just a ton going on there. Can I get in on the fun? No, I gotta get snagged up. It might have been some of the line I left in this tree last year. Looks like there's 5 or 6 in that tree over there. But there's a lot of stuff. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I'm about to try to lose some tackle here. Looks like some right there. Yep. Got him. He had actually grabbed it and took off running sideways, and I was scared to set the hook because I thought I'd hooked into a limb. Very nice fish. That one, actually, it looks about as wide as what those back there in that deeper water were. Now this one is missing the belly, is what the ones in the shallow, muddy water had. But we're gonna see if what we can do to find something else to compare to. No matter what length of rod it is that you like using, whatever your personal favorite is, use it and get familiar with it. I use only 2 length rods. I have this 13-footer and I fish with another 6-footer. And that's the only 2 lengths that I use because I know those rods. I know when I'm fishing with live scope, if I've got to fish at 8 foot, I'm about 5 feet behind that trolling motor, so that's where that I try to drop when I get them in at 8 foot. Now on the shorter ones, the reason I like using the exact same one is when I'm casting or if I'm trying to flip up underneath something, not switching different lengths of rods, I'm able to stay more accurate and put more fish on the hook. Oh, no you didn't. Did it come off? Oh my God. I turned the wrong way after the net. That's him right there at 8 foot, I think. Yep, 6 foot. I don't know if he's gonna turn up and hit. He's doing something there. Yeah, keep going left. He's right on that limb you can see sticking out of the water. There you are. Got him. Flip him in. Winner net! Man, that thing fell right in the net.
They just really don't want it now. If you notice, he just barely probably had it in the mouth.
He barely did it. If the sun's getting up, it's getting hotter. And that's one thing, a true testament to a lake's fishery is getting out here and catching them in the summer when they still got back straps and meat and they're still feeding in this Texas heat. Man, you all have got something to be proud of right here.
Fishery. good fishery. Good crappie, too.
Yes, sir. A good day.
It's been fun.
Man, I appreciate you coming out here with me. We've had an awesome day. Shallow, deep, it didn't matter. Lake Whitney's got fish all over the place. Guys, next week, we're still in Texas. We're still after those Texas-sized crappie. Where's it gonna be next week? We ain't telling till next Monday night at 6. We'll see you then.
It's killing me. 9 to 5 in this factory. Gonna punch the clock and rush on to my house. Grab a cooler and some ice cold beer. Good off shirt and I'm out of here. Call my buddies to meet me down by the water. Unload the boat, turn the key, turn up the dial, and set me free.